Hey everyone, it is week 5. That means you have one more week after this, so 2 weeks total, and you're almost there. And I hope you've been following the nutrition plan and you've been doing your workouts every day, because today, say goodbye to your arms. Bye arms. We have a pretty amazing workout as usual, but also a pretty intense one. So I'm really glad I have Erin here to show modifications, because there are a couple of different ways we can do them. And frankly, at some point in one of the moves, I may even have to go to my knees or take it a little bit slower, because it will really challenge your whole body. Okay, so the first move is a shoulder tap. If you're just in plank position, I'm just gonna let her do this.
I'm going into it.
Okay, so this is the modified version. Obviously you can be in a plank position as well. You're gonna touch your shoulder, one on each side, and that's the first move. The second move is a push-up jack. Now let me show you what the actual move is, and then we'll talk about the modifications. You're in plank, you're gonna jump out and back in. So it is a plyometric push-up. Yes, that's the one I'm gonna struggle with, because those are really hard. Okay, but here's a couple of different modifications that we can use. We're still in our plank position on our knees. You can either jump out, which is a little bit more advanced, and go back down, or you can walk your hands out and go down. Both are perfectly acceptable, and they're just as difficult for your level of athleticism. So it's all about what you can handle. Okay, the third move is the Frogger, which, since we're here, we're gonna jump up and hands come up. Back down, up, hands come up. Now, if your hips are really flexible, you can put your butt all the way down. If they're not, you can stay here, and that's, again, totally fine. Let's do a side angle of that too, just to make sure we see both sides. Jumping up, perfect. The last move is gonna happen when you jump up. So everything flows together, right? You're here, you jump up, you're gonna bring your butt down. This is your set position with your heels on the floor. Your opposite hand is going to land right in front of your opposite foot. You're gonna put both hands on the floor and jump to the other side. And then you're gonna set again, and then go back and set. Now, the more advanced you get, the higher your butt goes, and the slower you move side to side. It's not a fast move, it's actually a pretty slow move. If your hips are not cooperating, or if they're tight, or if your hip flexors are tight, you don't have to go down all the way. This is perfectly acceptable. You come back up, side to side, perfect. So this is a really good move if you're trying to get that lower squat. This is a really good one to practice on your own throughout the day, and then to counter it, a good stretch would be this one for your hip flexors, because you're gonna feel it afterwards. Also, we need to warm up our wrists. So a couple of exercises that I like to do is twists, waves, do a little dance. You go all around. And then this one, which we learned the other day. Have you done this one before?
No, I haven't.
This one, you shake it out. It looks so ridiculous, but it really just opens up your wrists, because we're gonna be on our hands a lot. Okay, again, we got 5 minutes on the clock. Do what you can. Erin and I may not be synced up on this round because of the push-up jacks, to be honest, but we will do our best. These 5-minute AMRAPs, as many rounds as possible, or as many reps as possible, in this particular case, it's a ladder. They are designed to warm you up and then challenge you, and you can change the time on this. So if 5 minutes isn't enough for you, but you still want to continue going for the next couple of rounds, add another round. Do 6 minutes, do 7 minutes, do 4 minutes if it's too much. It's all about how you feel comfortable and how you can advance yourself. So 5 minutes is on the clock for us. That's all we have time for, and that's what we're gonna get done. Think about it this way. If you can fit in 5 minutes a day, that's 5 minutes that you wouldn't have done before, right?
It's a very small portion of
It's a very small portion of the day. It's not even an hour workout. It's not even like a quarter of
Do it on your break.
You could do it on your break, come back all sweaty. Perfect. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna have fun watching.
5 minutes. Ready, set, go. Shoulder taps, that's the first one. Push-up jack. Frogger, woo. And laterally. When we stand up, I don't know, do a little dance. I got a little distracted.
Shake it off.
Shake it off, here we go too. Remember, you can do whatever works for you. Back to shoulder taps for me. I'm getting there. 2. Oh, 3. Only 3 push-up jacks, but these are killer.
Go to the modify. It's just natural for me to try to keep up with you.
I like it. Try to really slow down on these lateral leaps and take your time. This is an intense but not a very fast one. The more advanced you get, the faster you will complete the sets. Round 4. Oh my God. Made it through the 4. One at a time.
One movement at a time.
Hip flexors get really tight. Don't worry about getting up and stretching them out. It's okay. My heart rate is still elevated. We still have 2.5 minutes left. So don't worry about it. But push yourself. Don't get too relaxed. Hip flexors are just not cooperating. Yeah, we're on 5, yeah? Shake it off and shake it out. Okay. Oh my God. Yeehaw, here we go. Holy baloney. You got it. If I can do it, you can do it. Making sure she's doing it right.
Hey, it's like taste testing cookies to make sure they're not poisonous.
I like it. I'll remember that.
Oh.
Legs are definitely. Hey, look. We have 45 seconds.
Let's get it done.
All right, 6.
The evil laugh.
Once you start, just finish it. Come on.
Keep that core tight.
6. I forgot what I was doing next. Don't take too much
Gotta make
brain.
sure I'm doing it right. Last 10 seconds. 2 seconds. I thought I saw 10.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, let's do a couple stretches real quick. Before we go, hip flexors. One leg down, one leg behind you. I'll turn sideways. Put that knee down and push your hips forward. Sometimes it even helps to twist. Reach. Reach. Other arm. Oh, that feels nice.
Yes, it does.
Switch. Heart rate is still pumping.
Oh yeah.
What am I gonna have for you next week?
It's gonna be great.
Abs. That's what we're doing next week.
Abtastic.
Abtastic. All right. So you have 25 minutes of footage and workouts. Really sweaty stuff happening here. I have to clean up after this one like every 5 seconds.
mess.
She's just so sweaty.
It's mostly tears.
All right, you guys. I hope you're sticking to your plan. You're only cheating yourself if you don't. It's all free stuff, it's all good stuff, and it'll give you changes if you really commit. I'll see you next week, or last week.